Hey guys, Neely here. I am coming in for my Wellness Wednesday today. Today is day 9 of my Whole30, and it is going well, although I have made some new plans, which I will share with you shortly, but I wanted to real quick give you a recap of this past week and let you know how things are going on my Whole30. I posted a video yesterday, which is the foods that I've eaten all week, last week. And I just did a little snippet of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and usually like a little snack. And that wasn't all the food I ate every single day. If I, grabbed a small handful of nuts or something while I was cooking, I didn't video every single thing. But I tried to get all 3 meals plus one snack. And usually that was all I ate. But just want to let you know that in case you're wondering, it wasn't like a food log as far as, videoing every single thing I ate. It was just give you guys ideas of the kinds of things I eat on the Whole30. I also wanted to mention about that video on the day we went to the beach, which was day 6, I think. We went out to lunch while we were there, and I worked really hard to order something that I thought was perfectly on Whole30. And it was smoked chicken is what I ordered. And I got, it came with coleslaw and mashed potatoes. And potatoes are okay on Whole30, but I knew that it probably had some butter or something that wasn't on Whole30 in the potatoes. So I got roasted asparagus and a salad instead of those two things. And I was doing really well, and I was like, yes, I'm staying perfectly on plan. But then the chicken came, and it was covered in barbecue sauce. And I figured if it was, smoked chicken, it wouldn't have a bunch of sauce on it. But yeah, anyways, it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't want to, make a scene. It wasn't worth it to me to make a big deal out of it or not eat it or whatever. So I just scraped as much of the sauce off as I could and enjoyed it and was thankful for my delicious meal with my family. And it was totally fine. I did manage to stay dairy-free and grain-free. So the only thing that was probably in that sauce was a little bit of sugar. So it really, in the grand scheme of things, was not that big of a deal. But on Whole30, it is very strict. And basically, if you don't do it exactly as the book says, then you're not doing a Whole30, which I totally love about the program. Because you just know you're either doing it or you're not. And so if you're doing a Whole30 with adjustments, you're not doing a Whole30, you're doing something else. And I really like how they have defined it that way. So anyways, that probably knocked me off of my technical Whole30, but I was planning on doing a Whole45 anyway. And I should have enough time to do a full 30 days by the time this is over. So as far as how I'm feeling on day 3, actually jumping right in, day 1 and 2 were just super easy. Like I have done this so many times and it's so similar to my regular diet that it wasn't that hard for me to jump right in. A lot of times when I start something new, it's like constantly on my mind and I have to look at every single package of everything and read all the labels, and it's kind of like this just stress that's at the forefront of my mind of making sure everything I'm doing is on plan and right. But this time I found it was just a no-brainer for me. Like I was able to just jump right in and not have to worry about thinking about the food. I just knew what I could eat and knew what I couldn't eat. And it was really easy. So mentally, it's been super, super easy. And I've been really happy about that. Like it's natural at this point. So that has been good. On day 3, I was kind of headachy, just had a nasty headache all day. Just tried to drink more water and have enough salt with my meals and make sure I wasn't hungry, which I wasn't. And it went away by the end of the day. So that was really good. And then day 4 and 5, just tired, just wanting to take a nap in the afternoon. So day 6 and 7, I started to feel my energy pick up, and especially yesterday, which was day 8. I just really felt my energy pick up and I felt really, really good. Like my motivation, that's kind of how I know my body's in a good place. It's like I'm really motivated to do stuff and to get stuff done. And I don't just want to sit around and stare at my phone all day. So that was really good. This morning I woke up and was kind of feeling foggy and tired and I don't know. So that's kind of how my other Whole30 was, my last one, where I kind of just went back and forth between feeling really, really great and having lots of energy and then kind of feeling down and like I was detoxing or something. So we'll see how long that lasts. I don't feel like with the last one I ever got to a place where they talk about tiger blood, where you feel just super energized and amazing. I really felt, like up and down, like it'd be like half a day of tiger blood and then kind of feeling off and then a day of tiger blood. And then, I don't know, is my body maybe going through detoxing from stuff. Oh, sorry. So like I said, the Whole30 is very similar to my regular diet. I eat a lot of the same things on Whole30 that I do normally, lots of vegetables and healthy meats and healthy fats, all that good stuff. Potatoes, sweet potatoes. And the only thing that's just not something that comes naturally to me is the whole coffee deal, where you can't have cream. Cream is my favorite. You guys know I love my coffee with heavy cream, no sweetener. On Whole30, you can't have dairy. So I have cut out the cream and I have replaced it with about a teaspoon of MCT oil and a teaspoon of ghee. Ghee is the only dairy that you're allowed on Whole30 because it's technically not dairy, even though it comes from dairy. Whatever. But I have been doing that with my coffee, blending that up, and I enjoy it pretty well. I enjoy it. It's not like sometimes some creamers I've tried where it's like I'm only drinking it because I need coffee, not because I enjoy it. What I found though is that switching over to MCT oil and ghee has helped me to reduce my coffee consumption because I was drinking 2 cups a day and sometimes I'd want to drink 3. I try to make anything after the first cup at least half decaf, if not all decaf, but still it was just too much. And I knew I needed to cut back a little bit. I knew I needed to, but I was kind of like, whatever, I'll deal with it later kind of a thing. And so I have found that since I've switched over to no cream, that I have been naturally reducing my coffee intake. It just doesn't sound quite as good for the second or the third cup. So that has been a positive impact. I haven't had to grit my teeth and cut out coffee. It's just kind of happening naturally because of the way I've switched it up with Whole30. All right. So I told you that I'm switching things up again. And if I had known about this that I'm going to tell you about before, I probably would have scheduled my Whole30 a little bit better. But I am going to be doing a 7-day nutrition challenge thing that's happening. I am a sucker for group nutrition challenges. I did the Aviva Rom's 28-day gut challenge back in November, and that was really fun. And I just found out about another one that's a 7-day, and it's something that I've never done before. And actually, I was thinking back when I told you that I was kind of thinking through options of what I could do to kind of do another weight loss push. I was eating maintenance mode and I was just like, I need to do something a little more again once my body is ready. And I was thinking through it. And I've talked about how important it is to switch things up for your body if you want to lose weight. And because your body will get used to whatever it is you are doing. And it's really smart and it adjusts so that you don't starve to death. And switching things up can really, really help if you're trying to trigger weight loss. And so I was thinking back when I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, I was like, what is something that I have never, ever done before? And what I came up with was like a raw vegan cleanse. Like I have never gone vegan. I've never gone vegetarian. I've never gone raw, but I couldn't wrap my head around anything. I kind of did a little bit of a search and I didn't want to go that direction with those, like the whole vegan crowd. It's just, I needed to hear it from someone I really trusted. And I just knew that going vegan or vegetarian would not be healthy for me long term. And so I didn't want to kind of get into that world of people saying everyone needs to be vegan forever. That just wasn't for me. So I kind of just put that aside, and that's when I decided to do Whole30. But this challenge has come up that is from someone I really trust and who gives really good information. I did her gut candida cleanse back a couple of years ago, and that was really, really good. And I think that benefited me a lot. And she seems really balanced with her approach and just everything she offers. She's not vegetarian or vegan. In principle, she thinks that meat is healthy, which I agree with. And it's just a short 7-day cleanse. And what it is, it's from Krista Orecchio, who is from the Whole30. And she is hosting a 7-day juice and raw food cleanse called Juice Journey. And she gave this file you can print off. It's 34 pages. It's really pretty. I don't have a color printer, but it would have been a lot prettier with a color printer. And it gives all the details of the cleanse and then all the recipes. And one other thing about juice and raw food diets is I want to make sure that it's not super high in sugar, and that's where she's coming from as well. So there's not a lot of fruit in it. It's, some green apples, some green bananas, but for the most part, it's lots of veggies. And so it looks like, I haven't really studied it, but I kind of flipped through it a little bit. It looks like the recommendations are a smoothie for breakfast, a juice, and I think there's some juices in like snacks and stuff maybe, and then a salad for lunch, and then a soup for dinner. And it says juice and raw food, but it looked like some of the soups were cooked. So I'm going to have to look at that a little more. It might not be completely raw. And actually, I know it's not completely raw because she recommends if you have thyroid or adrenal problems that you can add in up to 24 ounces of bone broth per day. Or you can add 4 to 6 ounces of fish at lunch and or dinner if you need the protein. So there's options like that. It's not just 100% juice for 7 days. I don't know if I could totally commit to that. So anyways, I am going to try this out. And if any of you guys are interested in joining, it's totally free. And she did a Facebook Live Q&A session a few days ago. And I will put a link to that down in the description. And you can find all the information there. There's an event on Facebook, and you can just click the link to sign up and get the PDF file and print that off, and it has all the info there. And then throughout the cleanse, it's a 7-day cleanse, and they're going to do 5 days of Facebook Lives in the evening. So I think it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday they're doing Facebook Lives. So it starts on the 27th and goes through April 2nd. So there's still 5 days until it starts. So I'm going to start kind of cutting down on the coffee, maybe start doing my morning cup half caffeinated, half decaf, because you cut out coffee for the cleanse. I think you can drink some green tea and stuff, so you don't have to cut out caffeine 100%. But anyways, I am really excited about trying something new and different. And you guys know me, I'm not recommending that. I'm not like jumping the bandwagon and going vegan for the rest of my life. I'm going to start preaching vegan. Definitely not. It's just something that I've never done, and I thought it would be interesting. I thought it would be fun, and just kind of curious to see how I feel. I do still have some skin issues that I really would like to get resolved, which haven't gotten resolved fully through paleo and like Whole Foods types and Whole30 type diets. And so maybe doing something like this with the juice and the raw foods might, kick my body into gear to get rid of some of those things. So anyways, that is what I'm doing. I'll put a link down below to all the info. If you're interested in joining in, let me know. It would be fun to do it together. I always enjoy doing new nutrition challenges with people. I think it just adds something fun to it, which is why I put it on YouTube. Like, I think it's a lot more motivating, and it keeps me accountable, and it's just fun. So I will definitely be vlogging through this challenge. I think it will be challenging for me. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm kind of nervous about it, but you'll hear if you listen to her Facebook Live, she talks about doing cleanses before and being really hungry and wanting to make sure that she made this cleanse so that it's satisfying, so people aren't just lightheaded and starving through the cleanse. So I trust her, nutrition information, and yeah, I'm just excited to give it a try. When the challenge starts, I may do daily. Maybe I'll try to do like I'm doing with the Whole30 meals, where I post a 1-minute clip on Instagram per day, and then at the end of the week take all of those 1-minute clips and put them together for a YouTube video. So if you want to see what I'm eating on Whole30 like daily instead of waiting until the end of the week, you can go over to Instagram, and I post those every day. Oh, and also, if you remember last week, I talked about Charity's birthday being on the 29th, and this cleanse is right there with her birthday right in the middle. But I think we're going to be celebrating her birthday the Saturday before, because her birthday's on a Wednesday, a week from today, actually. And so I think it'll work out just fine for the timing. And then I'll probably just go straight back into Whole30 after the cleanse is over. Everything on the cleanse, for the most part, is Whole30 approved, but Whole30 doesn't recommend juicing or smoothies. So it's technically not Whole30, although it's, you know, very, as far as the food part of it, they're very similar foods. Everything that's on the cleanse is okay on Whole30. I think there might be a little stevia in a few things, but it's mostly the no smoothies that Whole30 recommends. So that's it. Let's chat down in the comments if you guys have any questions or are interested in joining along. I hope you guys are doing great, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.